Hey, it's Tim.
Hey, it's David.
And we're Worth It Fridays.
What the nani?
Welcome to episode 7 of our podcast where we talk about games that could be worth your Fridays. Games are expensive nowadays, so we want to bring you guys more opinions, more conversations on games that are worth talking about and worth playing, whether they're new or old. So we have new videos out every Thursdays and Fridays, where Thursdays are quick reviews and Fridays are a full-length podcast. If you guys like what we do, please give us a like, subscribe, hit that notification button, because it really helps us out a lot. So, we have me, but more importantly, we have our co-host, David. And
Hello.
we have a special guest, Douglas, who is longtime best friend.
Long time.
Long time best friend.
Long time.
So, just to get everyone to know you a little bit more, what kind of gamer are you?
I would say I'm just an average gamer. I'm not too hardcore. I play like one game, and that's about it. Yeah, that's it.
What's the one game you play?
Just League of Legends right now. A little bit of Valorant, and maybe The Walking Dead.
All right. Yeah, that's good. That's good. All right. So, just a quick question. Even what's your game of 2020?
I didn't really play much game this year. I would say Among Us is pretty good. It won like a couple awards.
That's true.
And I don't know, Valorant. I guess Valorant came out this year, so give it Valorant.
All right, fair enough. Well, there you go, guys.
Thanks, Doug, for joining our episode today. So we're looking forward to hear what your thoughts are based on this game. So today's episode is going to be on the Telltale games, The Walking Dead. And we're specifically going to talk about all of the season, like all 4 seasons, and maybe some of the DLC that's going to mention. The reason why we wanted to talk about the whole season, because they released a game called the Definitive Edition, where it comes with all the 4 seasons and the 2 DLC, so which is pretty bomb. So for those who don't know what The Walking Dead is in general, it's a story based on these survivors surviving in the zombie apocalypse. And, you know, there's moments where you might question yourself, it's an ethical moment that you have to do, and which this game will demonstrate your choices having greater impact for the good or for the bad. So it's hard to tell. But this game has been developed by Telltale Games and Skybound Entertainment. So thank you, developers, for making this awesome game. It's been going since 2012 to 2019. You know, this game is really, really intense. It's a game where you can actually move the character around into your environment, as well as interacting with the items you see, as well as making choices depend on doing things or interacting with each character you meet up in the game. So this game is actually on all systems, I believe, Switch, PS4, Xbox, and Windows, and as well as Macs. Based on my research right now, the prices for this game is $66 on PSN, but it is on sale, 40% off as of January 5th on this video being recorded right now. So it's actually $40, so which is, I don't know, maybe it's worth it for you. The Switch, each season will have $20 each, but the only problem I noticed is that it doesn't come with the Michonne DLC. So hit or miss, but we'll see from there. As well as Xbox is $63.99, and on Steam it's $56.99. So a lot of different price range, but I guess it depends on what platform you mostly use. So just want to let you guys know that I have not personally played the game, but I have been watching walkthroughs. I've been watching PewDiePie's walkthrough. It's just entertaining. But I would say I recommend you playing because, you know, everyone has different opinions and different choices. Alrighty, so we're going to talk about the story. Just a heads up for those who are watching this. This is definitely spoilers. So if you don't want to be spoiled, definitely check out our quick video review of the game. But we're going to talk more in depth and about the events that we experience playing this game. So just spoiler ahead. Alrighty, so let's get to the story. So Doug, let's talk about season 1.
Yes, I would
Let's talk
love
about
to.
Season 1.
My
Yeah,
favorite
let's talk about
season.
Oh, is it now? Eh?
Yes, yes.
Okay, let's talk about season 1. So what do you think of season 1?
Heartbreaking,
Mhm.
heartwarming,
Mhm.
depressing.
Yep.
Very depressing. And yeah, that's all I have to give it. And that's nothing really happy. This game is really sad. I'll be honest. There's you can have a laugh or once in a while, but the game is usually pretty sad.
It's
Just like the TV
all
show.
death.
A lot of deaths, yes, a lot of deaths, which I'm gonna explain. But overall, the game, yes, yeah, like I said, best story ever.
So we can start with this. I think this is a choice that a lot of people was maybe really easy, but I think it's still an important choice. So, Harley or Doug?
Okay,
Alright.
so
Harley.
I think I played like 10 times, maybe more than 10 times, and I always chose Carly. Like no matter what, I chose Carly. I know Doug. My name's Doug, but I still never chose him. I've seen
Yeah.
footage of him, like what happens in like 2 or 3, episode 2 and 3, but just Carly's always my choice because I wanted Lee and Carly to be together. I don't know
Yes.
how, but I want them to be together.
Yeah,
There
they
was-
would've- so cute.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there
they
was
would've
a
been
moment where they kind of confess that like they like each other. You remember that? Where
I think they
where
even
he
kissed
said
at some
that-
point.
Very subtle, yeah, but yeah, I
Very
saw the
subtle.
chemistry between them.
Totally. Not Lily? You don't want to hook up with Lily?
Oh man, Lily. That's she.
So with Lily, when she killed, whoever person you chose, for all of us probably Carly, but did you ditch her or did you keep her?
The first time I played it, I ditched her because I was super pissed. Cause she killed Carly. Like that's Lee's. Like I'm
What?
shipping Lee and Carly, and I just ditch her. So there's 2 choices, right? So after she shoots Carly, Lee either leaves her on the street or invites her. Take her to the RV. So there's 2 choices. So if you leave her, obviously she's just left stranded. If you take her in the RV, she takes the RV, steals the RV and run away with it. So
Dang it, Lily.
yeah, stupid Lily.
Dang it, Lily.
Yeah, I chose to keep her because I guess I don't know. Lee was still a forgiving man.
Yeah.
Okay, my question for you guys. I got one here. Will you kill Lily's dad?
Did I?
Yeah, did you kill Lily's dad? Like Larry?
Yes, I did. I did kill Larry. I helped Kenny kill Larry. Yep.
I think I did too.
You kill Larry?
What Kenny said makes sense, right?
Well,
Yes.
was he really dead?
I read forums and comments. He was the last minute you can see him breathing, when Billy was giving him CPR.
Ooh.
Yeah.
At the last second, he does a breath, right?
Yeah.
So we don't know. Maybe they put that to mess with us, or I don't know.
Oh shoot.
Oh shoot.
Yeah,
Oh shoot.
Yeah, I don't know. So
You guys are murderers.
could be.
Murderers.
But it was a win-lose situation there.
Yeah, I guess it's fair. It was a quick time too, right? You had to make a decision right away.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
bar's here and it's
Yeah.
everything
Dang.
slows down.
And Larry's a big guy.
Yeah, Larry's a big guy.
6'4", 300 pounds. What Kenny said made sense. Kill him before he became a
Turns,
walker. Yeah, turn to a walker.
Oh, yeah, he'd be a tough walker to kill, I guess.
Yeah.
Big guy.
And nobody liked Larry, to be honest.
Dude, I hated Larry.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
I hated him. I know Lily was defending him. I'm okay, I kind of get it, but still, his anger doesn't really help anyone at all. It got him killed one time, remember? When he was getting so mad at everyone, and then he's like, "Ugh, my
Yeah.
heart." He's just too busy getting angry at everyone. Oh, man.
I actually called him a racist.
Oh,
Oh, you did? You chose that?
Yeah, I call him a racist because he's black, right? You're accusing a black man of killing. which was true. Oh yeah, we didn't tell Lee's backstory.
Oh yeah, Lee. For those who don't know, at the beginning of the episode, Lee was going to prison. He killed a senator.
Yeah.
Because the senator was
Cheating with
sleeping
wife.
with his wife. Yeah. So I don't know. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I kind of get why Lee had a good intention, but what I love about season 1 is that you get to understand Lee, and the cool thing is you help Lee develop his character, but as well at the same time you develop Clementine's character. So I thought it was a pretty smart move for what they did. It's like, no, it's not just one person you're developing, it's also another character developing. So gosh, I miss Lee.
Me too.
So
I miss
then,
Lee.
for the end of season 1, actually, before we end season 1, dude, the dairy farm though.
Yo, I saw it coming. When Mark
St. John?
disappeared.
Yeah,
Yeah, St.
John's.
John. Yo, when Mark disappeared, I'm like, oh shoot.
I
There's
know,
no
right?
cows. How do you get so much meat with one cow that's just giving
Yeah.
birth? Like, oh, dude, I would say that's probably my favorite part of the episode.
Me
That's,
too.
that's
Yeah.
definitely like a big twist when
Yeah,
that
me
like
too.
holy.
Did you guys stop Clementine from eating Mark's legs?
I didn't get to play, but PewDiePie did manage to stop it. So,
I definitely tried. Holy.
oh, you tried, so that means she ate it.
I think she almost ate it. I
Oh, she
think
almost ate
I
it.
think I just chose like screams or something.
Stop! And then when Mark came down the stairs, help me.
I know.
Just
Oh,
spook
That like
everyone.
escalated everything.
Oh, okay. I was curious. Did you kill the brothers, Danny and what's the other guy? Forgot his name, but did you guys kill him? There was a moment where you had this pitchfork at the guy, and you had a choice to kill him or not.
Andrew
I'm
and
just
Danny.
curious. Yeah, Andrew and Danny.
Yes,
wondering-
I did kill.
Oh, you stabbed him with the pitchfork?
Right in front of Clementine.
I think I did it the first time because of Clementine, but the second time I was like,
And for those who don't know, Clementine's 8 in season 1, so she's pretty young. So, dang. All right. Okay, what about the other guy?
Yeah, I beat him to death.
You beat him to death. Okay. There's a scene where this guy, that you're Lee and you're fighting this guy, and you had to choose to kill him or not. But there's a bunch of walkers coming right behind him. So Doug kill him to put him out of his misery. Nice. How about you, Tim?
I think I did the same thing just to put him out of the misery there. Because he was kind of like already dying. So
I see,
might as
yeah.
well.
The gameplay I watched, he let him live. So while he didn't beat him up, he just walked away. Let the walker just get him. So yeah. Season 1 was good. What a great way to start the game here.
Yeah, and very memorable characters too, like Kenny, Carly, Lily, even, right? They're
Even
all
Molly. I actually like Molly. You remember Molly?
Molly?
In episode 4? In Crawford?
Oh yeah.
Oh
She's
yeah.
parkouring.
That's just really cool.
Yeah, she was pretty cool.
I really wonder what she's doing now. Because we never got to see her after that.
I guess she's
episode.
surviving.
I guess so, yeah. I do feel about Duck, man. Kenny and Duck. Oh, Kenny was probably the most tragic character
Yes, I
in
agree.
season 1, in my opinion. Yeah, that was. Did you guys choose to do it for him, or you get Kenny to do it to kill his son because he was bit?
I volunteered to kill his son because it's just brutal.
Yeah,
Killing your
same.
own son.
Shoot, yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh, that part made me so teary. I was like, dang it.
Like Katya, I don't know. Like, because she killed herself after Duck died, right?
Yeah.
Like, huh, man.
Yeah,
I get it, man. Like, your child is turning into a zombie. He's pretty much gone. Like, can you even live with yourself with that? And just knowing that, yeah, I'm gonna execute my son.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna watch him get executed, right? Yeah, that's a tough call, man. But yeah, yo, that was like crazy. It was just a short time, and Kenny just lost everything.
Yeah.
Literally, his whole family just gone like that in like 10 seconds. That's it. And you're like, what? Oh man, yeah. Okay. Shall we go on season 2 then?
Well, before we go on
No,
season 2,
Go.
what'd you guys do with Lee?
Oh shoot.
That's the
Okay,
big
for
one.
those who don't know, there's a situation where you're playing as Clementine. Lee has already been bit, but this is like the end game. And then Lee is handcuffed to one of the windows. And you had to choose either run away and let Lee be, or you get to shoot him in the head so he doesn't turn. And this was hard because you're playing as Clementine now, 8-year-old little girl losing pretty much a father figure in right in front of her eyes, and you guys had to make the hardest choice. I forgot, was it a quick timer thing, or was it just
No.
decent? It was just decent.
There's just one last choice.
It was just one last choice. Ah, shoot, yeah. All right, well, Doug, what'd you pick?
Well, I chose to shoot him. It was the most heartbreaking thing ever done in a video game. Like, because you play as Lee for 5 episodes,
Yeah.
and then now he's gonna die. Like, he's gonna turn to a walker, and then Clementine has to make like the hardest choice for. I think she was 9 at the time, as a 9-year-old. So
As a kid, right? It's just,
and it's like Lee is like her father figure, pretty much. Like Lee pretty
And,
much raised.
yeah.
Clementine.
And then like also, I think Clementine also realized her parents were pretty much dead too.
Yeah.
She did see them. Walking around as a walker.
That's like
so
the worst
that's-
day ever, like your parents are dead, you see them as zombies, and then like your new father figure is like dying, and it's like,
Oh gosh.
Yeah. Oh my God, I got emotional the first time playing it.
Dude, they did so well with the story, man.
I did.
That's how good the game is. But yeah. So you shot him. How about you, Tim? You shot him?
same, yeah.
You shot him? Yeah, I would have shot him too.
Don't want to be a walker.
I don't want to be a walker, man. Dude. Yeah. Shoot.
So then season 2.
Season 2. Okay. I think I remember season 2. I'm rewatching it, but
So it was like I don't know how long after. I think maybe like couple months after the first game, because Krista and Omid, right? They took good
couple.
care of Clementine.
yeah.
Like the couple that you met on season 1. So season 2, she was pregnant in the beginning, so it got to be like a couple months after.
Yeah, she looks like she was ready to go.
Yeah, she was already. Yeah, she was like maybe 8 months, 9 months pregnant.
Yeah.
So the beginning was crazy because
I know, right off the bat, eh?
right off the bat, the girl shot Omid.
I know.
Yeah.
What a dumb way for him.
Yeah, like,
that's so cool.
Yeah, it's a depressing game. So
Yeah.
they shot Omid, and then I don't know what happened to Chris's baby. I think I don't know what happened, because and then when Omid died, it was like 18 months later. So
Yeah,
a year
and then
a half-
her belly's gone. Like her
so
belly's
we don't
back
know
to
if-
normal.
I guess
I don't know what happened to the
miscarriage, I guess.
maybe miscarriage, or she actually we don't know. I actually don't no clue what happened.
The game doesn't tell you, eh?
No, the game doesn't tell you. No,
Yeah.
because we
No,
didn't see her
it-
baby.
It's probably miscarriage.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Miscarriage. Yeah, because it's tough when you're limited on food and you got to support a child, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, that must have been tough, but yeah. I remember that scene, the first episode for season 2. That was crazy. Just was it preventable? Was it? You guys think?
No.
No, I don't
No,
think
it's not,
so.
right? Omid had to die, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was inevitable.
Dang. Okay. Oh, I forgot.
I'm like, yeah, I'm also trying to recall season 2. I'm like, what?
I was gonna ask you, what do you think of Nick? The reason why I asked Nick, because he reminded me of a character from Ben, in season 1.
Ben.
And Ben was the annoying kid that's just like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
College kid.
yeah,
Did you guys let him go? Like, when he was hanging in the bell tower, did you guys let him go or like pull him up?
I watched. He pulled him up. Lee pulled him up. Did you let him go?
Let him go because I thought it was a better it's a better storyline to let him die like that way, like heroic,
To redeem himself, kind of thing.
redeem himself, because he's the reason why Kenny's wife and kid died.
Yeah.
So if you let him live, he would have survived at episode 5, but he would have like, see, he had to jump like to building.
Yeah.
So he didn't make the jump, so he fell and he got impaled. And I
Yeah.
was like, oh, that's kind of lame way to die. I think he should die heroic after what he did to Kenny, right?
That's
So,
true. Yeah.
I think that's a better ending for me.
He got impaled and then a bunch of walkers.
Yeah.
came in. Dang.
Man.
And then Kenny, right? I think Kenny.
Kenny
He
walkie-talkie.
pushed. Yeah. No. Oh, sorry.
Which one?
Kenny. So when Ben was impaled, Kenny pushed Lee back into the gate
Oh yeah,
and said, "Let me deal with it." And then
Yeah.
it was just Kenny and Ben just fighting these zombies.
yeah.
And then Kenny just popped the cap on Ben.
Yeah.
That was really.
Being eaten alive must be so brutal.
It's brutal.
Yeah, to be honest, I would have wanted to die first before getting eaten alive.
Yeah.
Please put me out of my misery. Yeah. But anyways, back to season 2.
So-
Unless Tim, you have something to say.
No, I only remember like the house. So like, was it like Carlos, Rebecca, like that group?
Yeah. Met the group.
Yes. The
The
other
new group,
group.
the new group.
with,
So- We lost Krista. We don't know what happened to Krista, to be honest. I think she was taken from these bandits. So Clementine
yeah.
ran away, and then
I guess they left room for like translation, but like you heard gunfire, right? So it's like most likely she probably got shot because we never saw
Yeah,
her
I-
again.
yeah, I'm sure she.
Because she didn't have a gun or anything. And she had a gun pointed at her head, too. So
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure she's dead,
unfortunate.
unfortunately. Yeah, so Clementine. I don't know. I think she's 11.
10 or 11, yeah.
10 or 11. She went on her own. She grew up, and she's meeting with these new group of people. There's a guy named Nick. There's a guy named Luke, Rebecca, Alvin, Pete,
Carlos, Sarah.
Carlos, and Sarah.
Yeah.
So these 7 members. Yeah. What do you guys? How did you interact with Sarah?
She was very shy and timid because she didn't know like the world, right? Because her dad kept her in a bubble. She did, like
Yeah,
her dad,
that's true,
Carlos.
yeah.
They want her to experience these the evil, right?
Walkers. Yeah.
The walkers. So I don't know.
Did
She
you
was kind of annoying to me.
She was
Okay, I
too,
was
she was
gonna ask
too
that.
innocent.
She annoying.
And too innocent and too like oblivious, I guess.
Yeah, did you guys, as playing Clementine, did you try to tell her the truth about the world, or kind of just kept Carlos' promise to say just say nothing, just keep her in the bubble?
I think I kept the promise.
You kept the promise, just
Oh,
not
wait.
tell her anything.
No, I told her the truth.
Oh, how did she respond?
I think she was just shocked, and Carlos was very mad. But she needs to know, like you can't just live in an innocent world.
Especially when
Which-
things
which
go
is not-
wrong.
Right? Yeah. Okay, my next question would be Carver, or Bill. I don't know.
Carver.
We interchange his name sometimes. But for those who watch the Walking Dead TV show, Carver reminds me of a character named Negan. Pretty much kind of running this new fort, new sanctuary, new hope kind of thing, but he's pretty ruthless. I don't know what you guys, because spoiler alert here, Kenny came back, right?
Yes. That
Yes.
was like the
Yeah.
cool
yeah, that was
redemption
heartwarming.
after the boy.
Yeah,
Boy, yeah.
he got
Yeah,
himself a
after
new girl.
Yeah,
yeah, that's
new
true.
girl.
Rita.
Yes, Kenny. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that was because I think you're like looking out, or I forget what you're doing, but you were climbing and you're doing lookout, and then there's a ruckus. So you climb back down and you're like, you hear like Kenny's voice, and then you see Kenny, and then it's either you like hug him, which I did. I did hug him right away.
Nice.
That reunion was like really heartwarming.
Yeah, that was nice.
No, that's good. And that's the best part about this game. Like, we said it's all about depression and it's sad and dark, but there's actually good moments of like, humanity has hope kind of thing moments. So that's pretty cool. did you like the character development of Kenny in season 2? Because he was acting different, in my
Yes.
opinion.
He was off.
Yeah. But I still like Kenny though. In the end, he
Yeah,
still wanted to protect Clementine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And I remember there was that awkward moment where your new group and Kenny's group was in the lodge, and then Kenny's like, "Hey, Clementine, come sit over here." And then you look at, and then the other, and then your new group was like looking at you like, "Oh, you gonna sit with us or that?" I was curious, where did you guys choose to sit?
Definitely with Kenny, definitely. Because
Okay,
I want to catch
Kenny.
up, right?
Yeah,
wanna catch up.
I think that was definitely Kenny there.
Okay. When I was watching it, PewDiePie actually went with the new crew. Just kidding. Oh, I was like, oh, that's so awkward. But actually it's funny because you stayed with your new group and you're like, oh, I ditched Kenny. But actually Kenny came over and sat with you guys still. So it wasn't a too loss.
It wasn't too bad.
But- Yeah. And then
And then when he was like, when he like said duck, oh man, that hurt.
oh yeah. Yeah, for those who don't know, there's a moment where Kenny was asking Clementine to pass a soul or something.
Yeah.
But instead of Clementine, he just said duck. I'm like, oh. Dude, you can't get over that.
He's a changed man.
Change man.
He was definitely different after that.
Totally, yeah. Shoot. Was there any favorite moments, Tim, that you had in season 2?
Favorable moments. No, I definitely like the interactions again with like seeing Kenny again was really cool. I think for sure. Like that definitely brought like, oh, like okay, there's still some like it's not like not all the old characters or like Kenny's still alive. I think too, just because like we didn't see Kenny after Ben died, right? So.
Sure, yeah, we assumed that he died.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Let's see. Carver. I remember this crazy moment where Kenny was getting beat up by Carver. Just like punch him in the eye kind of thing, like multiple times where he has like an orbital like fracture. I was just curious there's a time where you actually, win the winning side of the fight with Carver with the gun that pointed at you. And then there's a moment where Kenny grabs the crowbar, and then there's a moment where Kenny's gonna beat him up, beat up Carver like pretty bad. I was just curious, did you guys let Clementine stay and watch the gruesome execution, or you guys choose to walk away? Because I thought this was an important moment because this is how this choice will change how Clementine see, kind of thing. So I was just curious, like, did you guys let Clementine watch the execution or?
Definitely, I stayed because I didn't like Carver, and to be honest, yeah, that was like the turning point of her seeing how the world is, right? Because she was pretty innocent before this.
She was still pretty innocent, yeah.
Yeah.
But I would say that's the turning point, like the rest of the game, the rest of the series, pretty much. Like watching Kenny like pretty much smash Carver to bits.
Yeah, I actually still let her not watch it at that point.
Oh, okay.
She was still too innocent, and like even though she's like, she was more knowledgeable than Sarah, for example, right? But it's just like she was like, I guess there's two ways to like come to this. Right? As a player, it's kind of like you want to still protect Clementine as much as possible. So it's
Right?
kind of like,
Yeah.
I guess like I was still a little bit of Carlos or something, it's like as much as I can.
Did you guys recognize? This was like before this, but did you guys recognize Reggie? Like who Reggie was? He's like the Indian guy, like
The one arm guy, right? He has one arm.
Yeah, one arm. Yeah, teaching Clementine and Sarah how to like cut plants. Did you recognize like his voice?
His
voice
voice.
sounds familiar, but I didn't know where.
It's Kumail Nanjiani, like the Indian actor, the Pakistan actor. He's gonna be like in Eternals.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
really? Yeah, that was the voice actor. I was like, whoa, what the? Because I
Whoa.
watched like Silicon Valley, right? And he was in it. I was like, oh, I recognize that voice.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like his voice. He's like the way he played Reggie is just so funny.
Yeah, it's so funny.
There's so many like awkward moments where he actually called. Yeah, that was awkward.
And the way he died, oh man, that's I don't know.
Shoot. Yeah, that.
Clementine.
I
know Sarah.
Sarah.
Yeah, Sarah kind of. Yeah.
It was that moment where I got really annoyed at Sarah. I'm like, really, you can't cut these plants because you're too scared they're not perfectly cut. And then look what happened now. Reddy's dead. He's such a cool guy. He did nothing wrong. Oh, Sarah. Okay, here's the question I'm really curious about. Okay, so Kenny's new gal. This is like the end of Sarita. Okay, and they made it. So the group made it out of the new place. I think it's called Crawford. And there was a bunch of thousand zombies coming in. And then there was a moment where you're covering yourself with zombie guts because, you got to walk through the herd. And next thing you know, you're playing as Clementine, and then you see Kenny's gal arm getting bitten by the walker. And I'm just curious, did you decide to cut her arm off, or I forgot what the other option was? Just hit the zombie?
Cut her arm off or leave her? I don't know.
It's one of those. But I'm curious. Did you guys?
I did remember cutting her arm off, but she still died. I got like super pissed at you.
Yeah, I think I did the same thing.
You cut her arm off?
That situation, it's like no matter what, Sarita was always gonna die. That's what Telltale does, right?
Well, what made you choose that choice to cut her arm?
Because so going back to season 1, right? Lee got his arm bitten, right? Mm-hmm. So they amputated his arm, and it didn't work, but it like slowed the process down, right? And so I was assuming maybe if you cut off Sarita's arm, maybe she can like not turn or slow down the process. That was my thought.
They definitely reinforced that idea too with the crew, and like I don't remember because the one guy had one arm left, right? And he said that he got his arm amputated because of the same reason too.
Right, yeah.
So that was like hey, like it can work, but you've seen both cases, right? So it's kind of like, So that was definitely an interesting choice to make.
Boom. Yeah. That was sad that she still died. In the worst way too, in front of Kenny, eh?
Yeah, in front of Kenny.
And then right in the head.
Kenny lost so many people. Oh my god.
He did lose a lot of people, man. Like,
dude, yeah. What else happened in season 2?
Let's see. There's like near the end. It's like covering Luke or helping Luke.
Oh yeah. Another choice that doesn't matter, but I think I stayed away because he said not to come close because the ice was cracking. Yeah, so I think I stayed away.
Okay. See, this part I forgot because I need a recap, okay. That's okay. It's spoilers. Tell me everything. I want to know how good the story is.
So they were crossing thin ice, right, to I think some cabin, and then Luke. So there's walkers, right? Like chase, like, because they had to run away. So the walkers were on thin ice, and they were on thin ice. So it started. Luke was standing. It started like cracking, right? And Luke was like, "Oh no, don't come closer." So there's a choice: come help him, like come like walk to him, help him, or like leave him alone. So you make your choice. I left him alone because that's what he said, but he still ended up dying.
Yeah, I think he still drowned.
Still drowned?
Still drowned, yeah.
Did you go to him, Tim? Or you just stayed away?
I think I tried to go into him still. But yeah, either way, he still drowned. And then like
he's still drowned.
Technically, I guess if you go help him, the ice breaks and then you fall in too, I think, as Clementine. So then Jane and them are trying to rescue both, but then
Jane.
It's too late.
Molly's sister?
No, but that's what I thought too when I first played it. I was like, is this Molly's sister?
Same hair.
Same hair, same attitude. Yeah. They're super edgy kind of gals. Well, that's what I thought too. Okay, cool. Okay, and then I know they were trying to go to Wellington, right?
Yeah.
The new place. Did they make it?
There's like 5 endings in the last episode.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it could have gone like a lot of ways there.
Because Jane's pretty important in season 2 because you either end up with her or Kenny.
Or alone.
Or alone, yes. Or alone. With AJ, yeah.
Right, AJ.
So I guess the question is,
Rebecca's daughter.
did you guys see or did you guys kill Jane? Oh, sorry. Did you guys kill Kenny or stop or let Kenny kill Jane?
I let Kenny kill Jane because I like Kenny.
He's OG, right?
He's OG, yeah. He's OG.
The guy's OG. You got history. You just met Jane.
Yeah.
Even though she helped a lot.
Yeah, she's pretty badass.
Yeah, I had a bias there too. I was like, oh, Jane was cool, but yeah,
Yeah, it was a hard decision.
But then,
Love these.
did you stay with Kenny or did you leave him?
My perfect ending is that you leave him, and then you you stay in Wellington, right?
Yeah.
I think that's my perfect ending because it's like sad and happy ending at the same time.
Yeah, because
'Cause
I left Kenny after the whole like ordeal thing because I was like, oh, we found the baby, which is AJ.
Yeah.
And then I was
Nice.
like, Kenny, you still killed this good person, kind of.
Mm.
So screw you, I guess.
Yeah. Sounds like Kenny was just losing it, eh?
Yeah, he was crazy.
Well, Jane was like really manipulative.
Oh,
'Cause,
manipulating?
Manipulating because she purposely
Hid the
left
baby.
AJ in a car, hit the baby in the car, so she can show what Kenny is, his true colors to Clementine. So she was, I don't know, she kind of asked for it. Yeah, so, I don't
But
know.
she did prove a point.
She did
She
prove her
died.
point.
She died by proving a point,
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
right? So, dang, that's rough. That's a tough call.
yeah, it was a tough call.
And then
I wish Lee was
also,
back.
small fun fact, I guess, if anyone has played the DLCs, like 400 Days, which was in the season 1, I think, you got to play as some side characters in Carver's like society thing. So it was nice to see them. They didn't really impact much, but like you get to kind of see different perspectives in 400 Days, and then also see them in season 2, depending on some choices as well. So it's nice to kind of see extra Easter eggs. And as well, I think in 400 Days there was a scene where I think one of the DLC characters, they like driving on the road, they pass by and they're like walking, or like they're hiding nearby the road, and then like you like roll over and then you see like Carly or Doug's dead body, and it was like, oh man.
Yeah, that was Russell. He was a kid. He was a kid. Yeah, hiding from strangers.
Bonnie was like part of the main story for season 2.
Yeah, so it was cool to see those characters.
Yeah, to be honest, when I was watching the 400 Days gameplay, yeah, Bonnie gave me a bad impression. So
You know,
going in season 2 and just seeing Bonnie, I'm like, oh, this
Dude,
girl, man. But
Bonnie and I think, was it Mike, the black guy?
Mike wasn't in 400 Days.
I mean, like season 2.
Season 2, yeah, there was
Mike,
a
Mike,
yeah,
right?
there's Mike.
Yeah. So Mike and Bonnie,
That a thing?
I think they were a thing, and then they took off with the car. That made me so mad. I was so mad because we worked so hard to get the car, right?
Yeah.
To go to Wellington, but yeah.
Shady.
All right, so how about talk about season 3?
This is I don't know about season 3, so
The
I'm
new
curious what you.
frontier.
It was my least favorite because you play like some random guy, Javi, I think. Because you barely, you don't play Clementine the whole
Spanish guy. Yeah, you don't play as Clementine.
game. Yeah, so you play as Javi, like some Spanish dude, some Mexican, like trying to pretty much go on an adventure with him, with Clementine too.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah. So like friends.
So you
Okay,
become
but
friends
you just
essentially.
Yeah,
but you don't play. Is there any moments you play as Clementine?
I don't remember. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Really? It was just a Harvey Walking
Harvey.
Dead game.
Yes, it was pretty much. That's why it was my least favorite.
Ah, okay, fair.
Yeah.
It was interesting, at least, because it's like I like, at least in terms of, at the time it was kind of cool because first season you got to play as Lee, so you like impacted Clementine, and then you played as Clementine, so you impacted her decisions, and then it's like now you're like taken back out, and it's like you get to impact her in a different ways again. So it's kind of
That's true.
like,
Yeah.
So at least it was interesting. I would agree it was probably the least favorite, just because like we want more Clementine, but it's like, oh, you're making us play this other character, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it definitely brought like at least like you can kind of, I guess, playing as a different character, you can kind of see the difference you made in season 2 coming to season 3. So it's...
The beginning is like how like the Walking Dead started, right? So how the zombie apocalypse. So I think Javi's mom turned, and then Javi's mom was injured. So his brother David, right? David has like 2 kids, and David like left with his mom and never came back. So the whole time, I don't know how long, but the whole time Javi and Kate is David's wife. Yeah, that's a lot.
Oh yeah.
So Javi and Kate took care of their 2 kids. I think it's Gabe, and I can't remember the daughter's name. I don't remember.
Mariana.
Okay, so it was Gabe and Mariana. So they took care of them pretty much. Because David was gone, right? And then so the New Frontier was actually run by David. Like you find that out. And I can't remember what episode, but it's actually like a crazy yeah.
To clarify, the New Frontier is not Wellington, right?
No. That's no. Oh yeah,
Okay.
they tell you what happened in Wellington.
Okay.
It got raided or something, and then
She had to move on essentially.
So
I see.
sometime AJ had to move on, yeah.
Okay.
But the New Frontier took in Clementine and AJ, but the New Frontier was like really shady and like not, just like kills people. So Clementine left.
Like flashbacks of like Carver essentially.
Yeah, Carver, yeah, pretty much. So they left. So Clementine left, but they took AJ from her. So
They
Clementine
took
wants,
AJ.
yeah. So Clementine wants to like go back and take AJ back.
How old is Clementine?
Or like 13 or something.
13, because she had her period. Those are a moment. She had her period, and she's like,
really?
"Oh, I don't know what to do."
Oh, fair. Yeah, no one has taught her.
I think 13, 14 is when girls, have the first period.
Okay, fair. Yeah. Alright, so she's a teenager.
Teenager, yeah, she's a teenager.
She's a teenager. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Just the end, eh? That's the interesting part.
Yeah, it was like not very.
Like
Okay.
I liked it. It just like it all meshed well together. It's just kind of like that's all I remember really is like her like moving on.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, if there's nothing else to talk about for season 3, then we just kind of go to the final season then.
Well, there's an important part. Like, so there's five endings for season 2, and then whatever ending you choose, they'll explain it in season 3.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
So what we did, we
really?
left. So one of them is like if you leave with Kenny taught Clementine how to drive stick. So I
Nice.
think Clementine like did something wrong, crashed or something. They had to like fight off walkers, and then Clementine was like, "Oh, just leave." I mean, Kenny was like, "Leave me." So Clementine like left Kenny, and then Kenny like
Disappeared.
died. Yeah, died. No, he actually died because there were like walkers.
Oh, yeah, she died?
He actually died, so he actually
No.
dies. It's either he dies in season 2 or season 3.
Huh.
Oh, I see.
Fair enough.
He dies no matter what, so it's kind of sad.
No. Kenny, no.
And
Okay.
Jane, if you end up with Jane committed suicide because Jane and Nick, I think it was Nick, had a thing. They slept. They slept together, so I think he knocked them out. He knocked her out, and then she didn't want this baby in this world, so she like just hung herself.
All right. She did make an issue with AJ, right? I remember in season 2.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
no matter what ending, it's still you don't end up with him.
Oh, so where did Nick go?
Nick died. Nick
Oh, he
died in
died?
the ice thing. He drowned. Remember?
I thought it was Luke.
But that was Luke.
Oh, Luke. Oh, Nick. Oh,
Nick
Nick
is the brother.
Oh, the
I think
brother.
The brother. Yeah.
Oh, he died. Yeah, he died.
He died? Okay.
I can't remember how he died. Do you remember?
No.
I actually don't remember how he died.
But he's gone now. Okay, so pretty much all the new crew. In
Yeah, no one
season
lived.
2, no one lived.
Yeah, no one lived.
Gotcha. Okay.
Except other than AJ, I guess.
So AJ's the new hope, right?
Yeah, he's a new hope.
He's the new hope. Okay. Okay. Should we? I guess we got our opinion about season 3. It's hype. It's
Not
hype.
memorable. Yeah. Forgetful.
All right, the final season. All right, unknown territory for me, but I'm good with spoilers. So,
Slightly unknown territory to me because I only finished the first episode.
all right, Doug, you can.
So I'll talk up to that point. So
Okay.
So the first episode, yeah, it's just her trying to find like survive essentially with AJ. AJ's a bit more grown up. He can apparently handle a gun because
Nice.
Clementine's been teaching him.
How old is
And
Clementine?
16 or 17.
something
Well, close to
more-
adulthood.
A lot more
She's
older.
almost pretty much adult because she looked different too.
Yeah, sounds different. So like
Sounds
definitely
different,
older
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, AJ's able to like walk. He's like essentially like a little kid or
Like,
something.
I think he's like 6 or 7.
So
Wow.
able enough to
Okay.
talk, walk, can't kind of read, as
Yeah,
like you play through like the like opening like prologue and stuff. Yeah, so it starts out like you just kind of like still surviving, and then like you're trying to find food, and then like chaotic things happen, and then you're like you crash, and then like AJ gets taken from you again, and then boom, you're at like this like new building. And it's like you find out this like a abandoned school with like these kids, and then a new drama comes.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, so it's interesting. Like it's like it comes back to like the decision of like what you told Clementine in the beginning as well. It's kind of like, because like let's say if you told Clementine in the beginning from season 1 being like, hey, always keep moving, never stay around because you know bad guys always come, right? You've always had to happen. Season 2 with Carver and Carlos, right? Everyone becomes bad for some reason, or like there's always like some sort of secrets that they're hiding from you. So like as Clementine, you're playing like this like unsure person of like, should we stay here? Like, is it worth the stay? But AJ's like, oh, I like this, you know, because you see him with a new friend. They're like the same age too, so it's kind of like this like what is it, like the pendulum, or not the pendulum, but like the scale of like, you know, like, do you stay here or not? And then oh man, like the plot thickens. Like you hear like you just wake up like one night and it's like you hear like fighting or arguing. It's between these two characters, Marlon and
I don't remember.
but they're essentially they're arguing, and it's you find your way there, and then they're arguing about like how two older members that used to be there, now they're like dead. You find out that they weren't actually dead, they actually just got traded. So they're like, wait, it's like, what? Like everyone's like in the community is like sad that like they thought they died, but they actually just got like traded away because like this Marlon guy is kind of like the leader of the group. He's like, and like the way to defend himself from like raiders was to just, hey, take these people. And so if yeah, and so if he was assuming that if they were to be raided again, then he would just trade Clementine and AJ. And it's like, what? And then all this like it essentially spills out to the whole like school, like the whole like base, I guess, and then you have to choose. Yeah, that's all I know so far.
Oh, I see. Dang. Already intense, eh? Okay. What about you, Doug? What happens after that?
So AJ shot Marlon, right?
No,
That was like the ending. That was like crazy.
that was
'cause
episode
I think
1.
It was his first kill, I think.
Yeah. Unless
I think it was his. Yeah.
I think there was a chance if you shot that one raider guy near like at that point, but I think someone would have died or something. I feel like I didn't choose that one, but
Okay.
yeah, essentially that's his first shot. That at least you see.
Yeah. So it was like, whoa, what the? Some 6-year-old just killed a teenager, right?
Dang.
Yeah. And then so the whole game was like, the whole season 4 was just like meeting new people, like people Clementine's age, raising AJ, like how Lee raised Clementine, you kind of get that from the beginning to the end. You kind of get that.
Oh, nice. A nostalgic feeling.
Yeah, nostalgic feeling. Like how so Clementine's like now the mom of AJ.
They can be like, no swearing.
Yeah, even though Clementine, I swear a lot. But I think she's ready to like settle in, right? AJ and Clementine, because they're always on the run since season 1. So I finally felt they're ready to settle down and just like, oh, this community is really good, you know. We have a school, we have like a fort, and we can become like a friend, like a family, right?
Yeah.
Finally. So let's see. Man, I'm trying to remember the game. I haven't played in a while. Let's see. I think the most memorable part is like, so what's the community called?
The school?
No. Remember Lily?
Lily comes back.
Yeah, Lily does come
Lily
back.
comes back.
Oh,
I didn't know
Lily.
that.
Okay, so Lily came back and she like runs like this community, right? That like takes children from people and like turns them into soldiers, right?
Okay.
So that's Lily. You find out how Lily did live and stuff.
Oh yeah, like she comes back and it's like, oh snap.
Yeah.
This
And
was in
she's, like, the
episode
main-
2, I assume too.
She's the main antagonist for season 4. And I can't remember the game.
Oh, so she's evil.
Yeah, she is evil.
I mean, she was kind of always evil. Let's be fair here.
Dang it, Lily. It's because we killed her dad.
I don't know. It was never mentioned.
Okay. Would you say, because I'm just curious, it's called the final season. Would you guys say it's a good, well, I don't know about Tim, but Doug, what do you think? Is it a good way? Do they have a good ending? What is satisfying for you? For all these 7 years.
Yes, I would say they ended pretty well, especially how Telltale went bankrupt. Yeah, it's a pretty good ending.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the ending, Clementine got bit.
No.
Yeah. So she got bit, and then oh man, so you get this flashback of Lee getting bit.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
all these emotions are like rising up, you know, and I'm just like, when I found out she got bit, I was like, oh my gosh, I had to pause the game and just, I was so sad,
I
right?
can't take it.
I can't take it because Lee dying like affected me. Like it was so heavy.
Oh,
So I was
totally,
like,
yeah.
No way can Clementine die. So AJ took Clementine to this barn, and they were surrounded by walkers, and the only way up was climbing a ladder to get out.
Yeah.
And she got bit, like her leg got bit, right?
No.
So she can't even walk, right?
Oh.
So there was 2 choices, and that's probably the most difficult choice you gotta make. It's either you kill Clementine so she doesn't turn, or you leave her.
Oh, they just pull a Lee moment right there.
Yeah,
Season
so-
one.
You
You're
gotta
playing as
choose.
AJ though, right?
You're playing as AJ now, right?
Oh gosh.
So
So nostalgic.
you're like, oh, this is like a lead moment, right? So so I chose to kill Clementine, right, with an axe. So when AJ was swinging, it just blanked. No, the whole screen blanked. And at that moment, we were like, okay, she died, right? And then like it goes to like a scene, and then it goes to like AJ looking at a tombstone, like graves. And then when he walked back, he was like, oh, you hear Clementine's voice. I forgot what goofball, right? That's what Clementine calls AJ. Oh, hey, goofball. You're like, what? Clementine lived? So what she did was like, what AJ did was like chopped off Clementine's leg.
Oh,
Yeah.
no way.
Yeah, so she lived, and she's on crutches, right? You're like, oh wow, she lived. So Telltale didn't or Skybound didn't pull a fast one on her.
Okay, good. Because I'm like, dude, 7 years developed
I know.
Clementine, and you're just gonna kill her
know.
off like that.
Yeah,
Come
Right,
so-
on.
right.
All right. Okay. Now I'm happy. Even though I
Yeah.
haven't seen it, I'm happy. Now I'm looking
so-
forward to watching.
I'll still play it. I'll still finish it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
I
a
want to
good-
see. Yeah.
So it was a good way to end.
That's
So
good.
then so everyone became like a family. And Clementine, you can choose. You end up with Chloe. Oh no, wait.
Violet, I think.
Oh, Violet or what's that guy's name?
Is it the other? Wait.
Black guy.
Harvey.
No, it was Violet or okay, I got it.
Oh man.
Oh,
I
what's
don't
his
remember
name?
these names.
There's a lot of characters in this game. so
Louis.
it's-
Louise.
Louis. So you end up
Louise.
with Violet or Louis.
All right. So who did you choose?
I didn't choose. So there's another choice. You
Oh,
have to
okay.
choose.
Oh, you didn't have to choose. Just like I'm going solo.
Yeah, I'm going solo. Just Clementine and AJ.
Me and my boy. That's it. Me and my boy AJ. That's it.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, so-
Okay.
I think I think they finally settled down, which what Lee always wanted.
Yeah, Lee
Oh.
will be happy.
And there's a flashback of like, oh, Clementine had a dream about Lee, and that just brings out like, oh man,
All the emotions.
nostalgic. All the emotions because you see their interaction.
Dude, Lee had a huge impact
Yeah,
throughout the whole game, man.
it's crazy. It's crazy how Clementine thinks more of Lee than her own parents.
I thought that was interesting too.
Yeah,
I guess she was really young.
she was young. I guess like Lee
Right.
like pretty much raised her during the apocalypse.
Yeah, that's probably the most critical moment of Clementine is kind of survive or not, right? So,
Yeah. The happy ending.
Well, I guess there you have it. So this is the spoilers of the story, at least for The Walking Dead. And as we end our part here, we'll head back into the other part where we finish the rest of the review. So we'll see you there.
Tim, what are the cons that you noticed when you were playing this game?
I think a lot of people will agree with this one. Maybe is that the quick time events, they can definitely get really repetitive. Specifically, it's because a lot of the times you're pressing the same buttons over and over, and maybe that's just their way of saying like, okay, you guys know the controls, but you won't like deviate from that. So a lot of times, you like how you see it, you're pressing Q a lot of time, and then like pressing E at some points, or only I think that when they went to like maybe the season 3 or like the last 2 seasons, maybe that's when they started doing more like directional quick time events. But even then, that still didn't really change much. It still came back to the formula of like, oh, here's the quick time of spamming Q to like open the door or holding it and stuff like that, right? So the QTEs definitely felt the same. So it kind of lost a little bit of like value there in terms of just like it just felt so repetitive because you're doing the same thing over, even though like visually it's not. But
Gotcha. Okay. And how about you, Doug?
It is repetitive. A lot of like rapid pressing, Q and then E. I would say, and the dialogue for the game is like sometimes, why is it there? Like it's with the, okay, because Lee would like say everything whatever you press. So, oh, that's a window. Oh, that's a med kit, and you're like, oh, okay. So it's just like it takes a lot of time, but that's about it. Like just repetitiveness for the cons. And there's some glitches in the game, like Doug being invisible when Katja was holding him.
we'll have a link to that in the comments or description below as well.
But yeah, that's about it for the cons.
Doug, I do want to ask you, because when season 4 was released, this was when Telltale was still part of the was still publishing the game, so they had to cut it at 2 episodes into the season 4, and then they eventually got picked up by Skybound. So did you see any difference? Because I didn't finish season 4, so I was wondering if you remembered or seen any difference from coming from like episode 2 to episode 3 or something like that.
I think they kept exact same like everything, like exact same art, exact same like dialogue, just different companies. And I think they took over like the game, like the script and everything. So I didn't see a big difference.
Okay,
in the
that's
two.
good.
Okay, cool. Yeah, unfortunately, for those who don't know, Telltale Games went bankrupt. So, that's unfortunate. But they have made other games too. Borderlands,
Batman,
Among
Batman,
The Wolf Among
I think
Us.
Wolf Among Us. That one's good. Recommend.
Guardians.
Guardians. So they made a bunch still, but unfortunately they went bankrupt. So yeah. Well, let's do our total. Let's see if it's worth it Friday. I calculated Doug's rating based on the 4 pillars, and we looked like Doug gave it a 9 out of 10 based on that. The graphics being specifically to Telltale's, but not just comparing to other crazy graphics game like Final Fantasy. But for Telltale's, yeah, it's 9 out of 10. So that's definitely pretty much worth your Friday. And I don't know about Tim's.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'd also give it a solid like 9 out of 10, just because, yeah, from I think what we just described today, you know, even though the lack of gameplay, or you know, what maybe other people would consider like no gameplay, it's just the story carries everything in this game, and the graphics, depending on, you know, your personal taste, I suppose, it can also carry, because I think it does a good job bringing over, you know, the style of like what the people who made the comics did, and bring it into a more 3D visualized environment as well. So they did a really good job with essentially everything. You know, this is like the genre, or like The Walking Dead is kind of like, it brought forward a new way of gaming, essentially, like an interactive game, right? So like now, like, you know, you have your action games like Call of Duty, Cyberpunk, right? Or you have your more casual games like, you know, what is it, like What the Golf, or like Golf with Friends, or those like really small puzzle games. But now we have like this new another interactive media that is like, it's a game, but you know, it's an interactive game, or more, I guess games are interactive. It's like I don't say interactive movie, but like there's so much like more in, like, it's a movie that like definitely holds you and means like, you know, what should this character do, you know? So I think that grips you in that sense of like, dude, this is crazy. I'd rather watch these than like movies, you know, if only we could. But then these would be like 10-hour movies though.
I think the game is better than the TV show.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, that's how worth it. You know, Clementine. The reason she's the reason why, like, you know, if I get married, like a daughter, that's like Clementine, because she's like really like strong. Like she's like she knows her stuff. Yeah, and just like the whole game, you know, like I said, you're like just protecting her, teaching her how to like the post-apocalypse world of like walkers, zombies. So yeah.
There you go, guys. Well, thanks again. That comes to the end of our show here. So thank you, viewers, for sticking with us to the end, and we hope this video helps you to determine if this game, Walking Dead Definitive Edition, is worth your Fridays to play. As you guys heard, Tim and Doug pretty much gave it a 9 out of 10, so it's been pretty good. There's also pros and cons as well as this game here, but you know, not all games are perfect. Everyone has their own opinions, and we are curious of your thoughts. And you know, leave a comment below and just see if you disagree with us or anything. But you know, there's no wrong answers here. We just like to hear your opinions and, you know, expand our mind, think outside the box, because your opinion matters no matter what, I would say. So yeah, comment us, and if you have other games to suggest for us to review or talk about, let us know in the comments down below too. We won't know until you won't say anything, so we might just, you know, do our things. Yeah, so thank you, Doug, for joining our episode today. We hope you had fun with us, hanging out here. But we look forward to maybe in the future we'll have played more games, maybe that you have played. I'd like to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Definitely, if you enjoyed this video, please like. The like will definitely help us, as well as subscribe, so that way you guys know when we upload videos. And better yet, if you click that notification bar, you may be one of the first people to know that we uploaded the video right when it gets uploaded. So
Number one.
number one. So until next time, thank you guys for watching. Bye.
And
Hey,
we're
stop
Worth It
like-
Fridays.